It's something about getting your hair rubbed that just, it do something to you. Do that do something to y'all when you get your hair rubbed? Hey, Chastity. Hey, Sophisticated. Hey, T. Hey, Goddess with the heart of gold. How y'all doing? Hey, Spiritual Awakening. Welcome to the tribe, Pool. Hey, Stoke. Hey, Maribel. Like, I'm sitting here rubbing my head and I'm feeling this vibe of just like this relaxation of, having your hair rubbed and how comfortable it can feel, like how comforting and nurturing a simple hair rub. And it's making me actually envision a grandmother doing her grandbaby's hair. Like, press, back in, you may have even used to get like your hair pressed or something by a grandmother. Is giving that vibe of like just sitting down in between their legs and you knew you were safe. The whole aspect of, they say, like, watch who you allow to have access to your crown. I'm happy you were able to catch me live. Hey, Tahiris, and welcome, Pooh. It's giving this comforting crown chakra energy from a grandmother who did your hair, a grandmother who, her hands or just her energy in general, it felt the same as if she was rubbing your head. Like, her energy felt as if you just being around her, you just immediately calmed down. If you were mad, you couldn't stay mad at her presence. You couldn't stay mad at her presence, She didn't burn you. It was the heat, baby. It was the heat. It was the heat. Some of y'all may actually have a burn mark on your neck from a time that you got, got that hair pressed, okay? It's something in here. What's going on, Granny? It's something about a comforting energy, finding comfort in the most unlikely spaces. You being sent comfort in a space that you didn't realize. Okay. You finding comfort in spaces that you didn't realize would be comforting to you. I'm hearing, that's me, baby. I'm sending it. So it's the grandmother who you feel this connection to. I can't say if it's grandmother, father side. It's just, I just feel grandmother. It's so relaxing. It's so relaxing. Hey, Butterfly. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Lindris Pool. Hey, Jamie. Did I say hey to everyone? Hey, Tahiris. Hey, Glandia. So, grandmother. Okay, we tapping into grandmother to start this off. She didn't even give me a chance to, usually I wait a few minutes for people to come in and get settled. She said, oh no, we jumping right in, okay? We jumping right in. We jumping right in. Hey, Samaj, who come through 8. 8. That number of power. Yes. It's a butterfly effect. It is a butterfly effect. Yes. Grandmother. This may even be something back to around the age of 8. Something that you used to do when you were around the age of 8 that brought you comfort, that you really loved to do, that was just like peaceful. Some of you all was like sitting outside making like a little picnic outside or something. Cause I'm seeing like a little picnic basket and like the what's the names? Happy birthday, beloved. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear beloved. Happy birthday to you. Yes, drop your cash app in case anyone wants to bless you on today. All right, grandmother, what is this energy? So it's something around the age of 8. Something you used to do, what you like to do when you were younger. Okay, something that you like to do when you were younger. Something that you like to do when you were younger. The devil is coming out with Miss Robinson. So you're being reintroduced to a childhood passion of yours that someone may have killed off because they may have like made you feel like, oh, you're getting too old for this. Like some of you all may have actually really had an imaginary friend. Okay. Some of y'all may have really had an imaginary friend and you had people, oh, you're too old for that. Something's wrong with you. And once you started getting rid of that imaginary friend, your imagination started to go away with it. And it's like that was the moment of your indoctrination. Wow. The age of 8, something happened around the age of 8 where you solidified some type of indoctrination. Grandmother, why are you bringing this up? Some of you all may have had controlling parents, or you were just in controlling environments. Okay, you were forced to do things that you didn't really want to do. We have Dr. Grant coming out with the Hermit in reverse. What's going on with this? Why is the Hermit in reverse? It's like you being forced to integrate with something or somewhere that you didn't really want to do. Okay. Oh, I love that name, sis. This Hermit in reverse is like someone like, oh, you can't be in your fairy tale land all your whole life. You gotta pay attention. Like something pulled you out of that space, out of that Hermit energy, out of that energy where like you had your own bubble, your own world. You got pulled out of it. But this grandmother energy, I'm hearing her say, I apologize. Because in a way, she feels like she kind of let it happen. She saw this happen. And she's saying, I did what I could do. And that's why you felt such comfort when you were around her, because she knew that you were her solace. She knew that when you were around her, that you felt more comforted, you felt more loved. And in a way, that's what she felt like her power was. But it's like this energy right now, she knew what was happening. And that's why she took you under her wing the way that she took you under her wing. Because she wanted to try to reserve some of that, because she felt part of it from herself. She felt it relate to herself. Her seeing you grow up reminded her of all the dreams that she had. You still have the chance to do it. And she mentioned this to you on something that she never really got a chance to do, that she used to always want to do. It could have been like I'm seeing a newspaper clipping or something. Oh my gosh, I just got emotional. I'm seeing like a newspaper clipping and like airplanes and like collectible items, like collectible cars. Like she kept artifacts to make her remember and think about these things that she wanted to do. But it's like you have similar interests as that, and she wants you to know that you can do it. Oh my gosh, y'all. She's saying, don't let it go. Don't let it go. Keep it. Don't let no one try to tell you, oh, you too old for this, or oh, you got to think reasonably, or oh, this doesn't make sense. Your higher self and your inner child gonna make sure you good. And if anything, you gonna be better than good. All you got to do is make the decision. All you have to do is say yes. All you have to do is say yes. That's all you have to do is say yes. All you have to do is say yes. That's all. You have the 9 of Knives in the reverse. The 9 of Knives in reverse. Y'all know what that means. You're not in your head. You're out of your head. She wants you to get out of your head about something, about a decision, about something that some people may feel is not reasonable. But your soul or your spirit just feels so connected to it, you know. She wants you to tap into that. She wants you to tap into that. Get out of your head, baby. It's just in your head, is what I'm hearing. It's just in your head. And it's just in your head from things 1313 on the time, the fears that people put in your head during the time that you forgot. You know, it's conversations that you had with adults when you were younger that you done forgot all about those conversations, but they're impacting your decisions still today. That's why I always told you to keep dreaming. I always wanted you to stay free. I wanted you to go after what you wanted because it's like I wanted you to always remember that about yourself. No one can create your future or your destiny but you, and it's never too late. Your grandmother went somewhere or did something later on in life. It was like later on in life, and it's like something that's so small to one person, but it was big to her. So for example, she may have never ever left her state, her home state or something. And she finally traveled on an airplane. Oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. But she finally did something towards the end of her life, and it was like the best moment of her life. Oh, grandmother. Don't lose that child spark. Don't lose that child spark, baby. You got the Ace of Knives. This is like speaking up for yourself, you know, getting what you feeling out, saying what needs to be said, communicating what needs to be communicated. This is clear mind, a clear mind. Okay? Having a clear mind. She wants you to really focus on having a clear mind and focus at this time. Watch who you allow to influence your decisions and your movement. Okay? But all the elements live rent-free in my mind. Moody. Y'all, grandmother, I love this. I love this energy that you're giving your baby right now. It's like when I came into this reading, it was like I didn't know what it was going to be about, you know? And it's like this comforting energy that it's like, and even when we came in, normally when I come in on the live, what do? I vibe it out for a while. She came right in, and then what just came out? The justice. Baby, this season of life that you in right now, it's like you coming for everything that's yours plus some. What do you have to be afraid of? If God is within you, you cannot fail. Okay? If you move as such, you can't fail. So is the fear real? Or is the fear just a trigger from a conversation you had with someone when you were a child, and you don't even remember the conversation, but you remember the feeling it gave you? Gots to be more careful. Something or someone gots to be more careful. Son of Coins is coming out, but it's interesting that it's in the reverse. So it's something about not all things are going to make sense, right? So it didn't make sense for Coca-Cola to keep selling and keep attempting to make their business jump off, and they were only selling about 9 bottles a day. Okay? It didn't make sense for them to keep investing money. It didn't make sense for Bezos, ain't that his name, to turn his garage into whatever he did and keep starting and doing what he was doing, and no one else was doing it at that time. And they was looking at him like, what are you doing? Okay? It didn't make sense for him to keep doing it. It didn't make sense. But guess what? The things that have a lasting impact never do. It never does. And then it leaves people to talk about it for years to come, trying to figure out how it happened, trying to decipher it and break it down, give an analysis on it. Come through, TNT. Boom, 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 boom. Listen, you can say, yes, the universe doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. So anytime you try to start making sense of a situation, you're working against yourself more than anything. That's what your grandmother is saying right now, baby. Let me get my coffee. Stop trying to make sense. It's like you have some adults who give advice off of lack. Okay? So they tell you, oh, watch out for falling in love, young buck, because these women, the only thing they want from you is da-da-da-da. Or, watch out for these men, sis, because all they, I remember when I went out for my dreams and it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? They feed all their doubts on you. They feed all their stuff on you. Don't internalize that. And guess what? Even if something does work out that way, you need to always have your mindset that you are an alchemist, and whatever happens, you can always turn around to work in your good. Period. Okay? Listen. Listen. Better tell somebody now, okay? We going to church in here on a Tuesday. Going up on a Tuesday. But no, this grandmother's energy, she held a lot in. She cried a lot at night, and people didn't know she cried. I'm hearing, I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. You don't deserve that for yourself. Okay? I don't know why I just heard Granny knows best. Oh gosh. But you can always still say no, even if you don't want to take her advice. You can always still say no, even if you don't want to take her advice. So, grandmother, what is your advice? We're going to go to the Gaia Oracle. I love these new decks, y'all. I love them. They've been giving a different feel to the community, and it allows me to see just how much the community has been shifting by the energy of the cards and the vibes, like the readings and stuff. Oh, I can tell when we have a lot of foreign energy around us. I can tell when we have a lot of, like, I can tell when we have people who are like becoming consistent in the space. Like, it's just really interesting. All right, grandmother, what do you have? Tell the Truth Tuesday. I like that. T to the fourth power. You have card number 13, Reflection, which deals with illusion, self-examination, and distortion. So her advice is to sit and look in the mirror and see how was that reflection created. Is the reflection that's reflecting back a picture of you or a picture? Y'all ever seen those? Oh my gosh. Y'all ever seen those pictures that are like optical illusions where from a far distance it looks like a picture, but when you get in close it's a bunch of small pictures of other things making up that big picture? Have you ever seen that before? It's giving that. Like, with this illusion, self-examination, and distortion. You okay, Jonah? Come here. She wants you to look at yourself and see if anything... What's wrong? Oh, I'm going to have to cut that off. And you, see, look at you. You're running as soon as you heard me say it. So this is going back to looking at the reflection. Like, so you may see a picture of yourself, but if you go in close, you see all the small pictures of everyone who has influenced that reflection. So she's saying, take a deep look at yourself and your reflection and be like, where did I learn about love from? So sit with, this is what I'm hearing her say. You have to sit with yourself and first ask, what do I think about love? Write out everything or say out everything you think about love, okay? Be honest with yourself, okay? Then say, why do I think this way about love? Then you talk about that, okay? Who in my life influenced this? What experiences influenced this, okay? And then you go through and talk that out. And then it's like you have to do deductive reasoning, I'm hearing right now, okay? With the reflection of whatever you have going on, you need to do deductive reasoning. Okay? And by you doing deductive reasoning, it's like you're taking the thing that's above the surface, you're taking the flower, and you're going down to the roots to see the root of what's really going on or what's really being affected or what's really doing the affecting. Okay? I hope this is making sense. But even when looking at this picture, you see how the moon has different pieces of reflection as it gets deeper going into the water. Water also represents the subconscious. Illusions can go through the aspect of the subconscious. So it's something about you looking and seeing who has had a strong impact on the development of your super ego. Okay? Of your morals, of your integrity. Where did it come from? Who did it come from? 111. Okay? And you remember when I mentioned 1313 earlier? This is card number 13. Let's go to 13 in the angel number book. I think Granny got something there with 13. You know how they always say number 13 is the unlucky number? 13 is not an unlucky number. It's something with chromosomes as well. Let's go to 13. Angel number 13 carries a frequency of unknown power. It connects the energy of 1 and 3 to bring a 4, which means there is an action that can be taken to create a new manifestation or creative pursuit in your life that will bring a sense of stability that you have been seeking. Today is the 13th! I'll be golly wild. I didn't even realize it. I'm going to read it again. Angel number 13 carries a frequency of unknown power. Unknown, the subconscious, the things that you don't see, okay? It connects the energy of a 1 and a 3 to bring a 4, which means there is an action that can be taken to create a new manifestation or creative pursuit in your life that will bring a sense of stability that you have been seeking. Okay? But you gotta go to the table. You gotta be willing to sit at the table and be reflective at the table. Who haven't I said hey to? Who came in here? Let me see. Hey, D. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, SC. How you doing today, Pooh? I'm trying to see who I haven't said hey to. Hey, Warren. How you doing, Pooh? Sophisticated lady. Okay, I think that's everyone that I haven't spoke to. Okay. Listen, you know you come up in this space, you're going to get exactly what you need, okay? The ancestors going to come through with exactly what is needed. It may not be what we want, but it's always going to be what we need. It's something about the significance of stars. It's something about the significance of stars at this time, okay? Some of you all may be doing some studying on stars or different pointed stars of some sort. Okay, that's so random, but I don't know. It's something with stars. We've come so far. The stars look up at you, baby. My heart belongs right here next to you, baby. Hey, Molite. Oh, wow. Wow. I love when it just be connected, don't you? Don't you? Grandmother, anything else for your baby with this energy? You have the choice to accept someone's influence in your life or not. Okay? But you also have to understand that people make decisions based off of where they're at. Okay? So just because someone chooses to not have you in their life does not make you a bad person. It just means that where they at in their life right now, what they desire ain't you. Okay? You never know someone's life. Some people really do be like Jeffrey Dahmer out here, okay? Some people really be out here doing some things, and you never know what you be being protected from. Okay. Hey, Secret Sis. Hey, Samantha. How's all the butterflies do it? So it's something about your grandmother is saying from this moment forward, don't think about any what ifs. No shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and no what ifs, okay? If what you need to do is imagine that that person or thing would have did something really bad to you in order for you to move on, then do that, okay? But don't obsess over anything that didn't like work out or something of the past. You know what I'm saying? This grandmother's energy is saying move on, because you can even be influenced by those moments because of what happened. It can harden certain parts of yourself, and it can make you change who you are when the person who really would have loved meeting the healthy, healed version of you, you know what I'm saying? But they get the shielded version. Okay? Like, you don't want to give someone a shielded version who deserves the open you. Like, they deserve you openly, you know. Like, do you throw away all the apples on the tree because you found one apple that was like horrible? Or do you just throw it away? Okay? Do you just throw it away and get a new one? Okay? You gonna throw the whole bag? Like, you know, you gonna see that thing mushed in, it got some issues, you gonna throw it out and you're gonna get another one. You're not gonna say, oh, I don't trust apples no more because I bit in an apple and it had a worm in it. You gonna stop eating apples for the rest of your life now. Okay? I'm hearing her say that's what it be sounding like sometimes. Yeah, you have the Hierophant coming out in reverse with Bishop Mason. Hey, Queen Pooh. With Bishop Mason coming out. But it's the Hierophant in the reverse. So it's like you getting out of some type of traditional way of doing something that hasn't really worked for you. You getting out of some type of traditional way of something that hasn't really worked for you. In a way, it's kind of like impose things on you that you didn't really agree with, or you don't really agree with, or you don't really like. So this goes back to that reflection energy of the little small pictures that make up the big picture. There may be small pictures in your picture that, I don't know. It could be some that got better pixels out here, okay? It didn't bring out your good side. I'm hearing programming is a mother. Programming is a mother. And later on in life, you realize just how much of an impact you have on the development of the minds of your children. You think back to the times that you manipulated them to do something. So you got your child used to accepting manipulation. Even if it was done harmlessly, it still did something. You know, if I had to manipulate you to get you to eat something, it's harmless at that time, but in the long term, it makes that child more accessible to manipulation. Wow. Wow. The things you do as a parent out of comfort to make something easier for you, think about, is it going to be easier for your child in the long run? So it may be helpful for you right now, but something about thinking about how does it affect their programming and their development in the long term. Some of you all may have been raised up on, you eat what we got in the house. Okay? I mean, is there anything wrong with having choice? As a child, learning how to have choice, it allows you to be more open-minded when you become grown and realizing that you have more choices available to you to live the life you want to live and not feel like you have to follow a certain way because that's what's available to you. It's something about the things that it creates mentally. Wow, Grandma? What you doing to us right now? I ain't even got kids and I'm over here like, What have I been saying to my nieces and nephews or the kids that I taught, you know? Sis, I'm not trying to laugh at your pain, but that was funny reading. I'm not gonna lie. It was funny reading. Hey, Janaya Poole. Oh, that was funny reading. I'm not gonna lie, sis. I'm not, because we've been there. Mine was peas. Mine was peas. Okay? And eventually I started learning how to manipulate. Okay? Because I didn't like them. So I started learning how to be sneaky to get rid of them. So we have to think about the things that we do and the things that it forces our child to learn how to do. Like, you could be teaching your child how to be a manipulator because you force them to do something that they don't want to do. Okay? Up here mushing it up in your mouth and putting it in the paper towel and dipping it under the garbage. Okay? Flushing it in the toilet. Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay? Like, talking about some, well, you gonna go hungry. Dang. We can make choices, y'all. We can. It just may be a little bit more preparation that has to go into it. You know? You never got Kool-Aid when it was cooked. Listen. Think about what that's teaching. You used to give your peas to your brother. Listen, why my brother used to bribe me with that. He was like, so you gonna do the dishes for me every time it's my turn this week? We up here making deals over food. Y'all, that's wild. That is wild. That is wild. That's wild. That's wild. I'm hearing this grandmother say, you don't have to do that. If you don't need to, like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. Some of that may have just been passed down to you. Like, you know. Oh my gosh. Oh, grandmother, anything else in this message? This was beautiful, though. I learned a lot. I do want to thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy. You taught me something and gave me something to think about for sure. So, Ashe, we're going to do some, we're going to light some ancestor money for her because I felt that. Let me get my thing. Thank you, big mama. We needed that. Thank you. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your humility. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for being honest when you made mistakes. Thank you for not leaving your baby sides. Thank you for always being available when guidance is needed, when there is a reminder that is needed. Thank you for sharing what it is that needs to be known and not what wants to be known. Thank you. Oh, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Yes. That burns so lovely. It burns so lovely. That is so beautiful, Samantha. like, that is torture. That is torture. Oh, thank you, grandmother, for coming through in that message. That message felt like a lot of energy was like released off. I'm not gonna lie. If you missed the beginning of it, listen to the beginning. But when this live is over, I am gonna private the live, and then I'm going to post the videos separately. And this video is gonna go into the membership area.